Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Olabi Omotola, Creative Director, Write Up Creations, and Director of Training, Write Up Fashion Academy. You are welcome to the Creative Room. And if you are joining me for the first time, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you. All right, let's get started. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to draft the Armhole Princess Styleline. Previously, we learned how to draft the Shoulder Princess Styleline. If you've not watched that video, I will be dropping the link in the notification, in the description box, so you can go watch it so that you understand better. All right. So today we are going to be learning the Armhole Princess Styleline. All right. Now, as you can see here, I already have a traced basic block, and we are going to be using the half scale bodice block. The half scale bodice block with the post dark technique. That's what I'm going to be using. I have already traced it out. Please ignore this. There was a mistake there, so just ignore it. So there's the dart placement, and here's the dart placement. And if you don't know how to also draft this half scale bodice block or the full scale bodice block or your basic bodice block at all, I will also be dropping the link in the description box. Do watch them. Of course, you know the foundation matters a lot. All right, so without much ado, let's get started. All right, so here is the front pattern and here is the back pattern. All right, so I'm going to be starting from the front pattern. As you can see, it's already here. So the first thing you are going to do is get the midpoint. Don't forget, I said we are treating the Armhole Princess Styleline here. So the first step to this, after tracing out your pattern as I've already done, is to get the midpoint of your armhole. The midpoint of your armhole, all right? For me, 3.5 works perfectly for me. So that is what I'm going to be using. So you're going to mark 3.5. That's 3.5, okay? So having done that, now to each side of that point, you mark ½ inch. That's to each side of this midpoint. I'm going to mark 0.5, half of an inch, another 0.5, okay? So the next thing we are going to do now is to connect. So I'm going to connect in a slight curve to the bust point, okay? So from here, I'm going to connect to the midpoint of the armhole, as you can see here. All right, so similarly, you are going to connect the other two lines as well to the same point. So just like so. It's very, very simple. So if you follow the steps, you're going to get it so very easily. Yeah, so having done that, the next thing we are going to do is, now from this point to this point, we are going to join it together also in a curve, just like this. All right, so now that we've done that, the next thing we need to do is to cut out, but I'm not going to cut out now. I want to quickly explain something. Now for some of you that might be looking at it, that why is the back bodice shorter than the front? Of course, that's because it's a bust that technique. So you need to really watch the basic block, the drafting, the basic block video, so that you understand all this. And also this I have here, this angle here, you need to understand those basics. All right, so when you understand that, doing this will be much more easier. All right, now if you've watched that basic block also, you know how to do your dart placement and all that. So I'm not going to be going into details of that. All we are doing in today's class is just the Armhole Princess Styleline drafting, and which we are already done with the front. Okay, we are not totally done, but at least we've drawn out the styleline. Now for the back, you can choose to leave your back as the normal dart, just as we already have here, and you can also choose to make it a styleline as well. So the choice is basically yours. All right, okay, so if you are going to be making a styleline, you know, you're just going to get the midpoint as well of the armhole. That's 3.5, the one I just used. So you get the midpoint of yours, and having done that, all you need to do is just to connect in a slight curve. Don't forget the back, there's no breast at the back, so you cannot afford to make your back look curvy like the front. Okay, so there we go. So for this pointy edge, I'm going to just through and blend. Just sorry about this, just like this. So it has to join back to this line. So that's for the back. If you are using the Princess Styleline technique for the back as well, but if not, you could just leave it as your normal dart. Okay, for this we still have some steps to go. Now don't forget, I took half up here, half down here. Now by the time we cut this is a dart we are going to be taking off, and by the time we take off this, definitely by the time you are joining this part to this part, that's the side seam to the center, it will not align. It will stop somewhere around here. So there's something you need to do. At this point, that's the first line here, the line down, this one, this very one. All you need to do is to put your ruler and extend it by 1 inch. Just extend by 1 inch. So I just drew that, so I'm going to confirm if it's 1 or more than. All right, so this is my 1 inch. So now that it has been extended, you now redraw your armhole. So we are going to redraw the armhole curve. All right, so this is the new, we are drawing a new armhole now, right? So that I just did. So this is our new armhole. So now once this dart is off, by the time we are joining this to this, you discover that it will no longer stop midway, it will stop here. So that's something you need to take note of. All right, now that we are done with this, the next thing I'm going to do is to cut out this pattern. All right, so and don't forget, I'm cutting this away. This is the back shaping of the back, as in the back tightening. That's what we did there. So I did a 50% back tightening. So that is what I'm cutting out now. So it's a very simple technique. So I'm going to also separate this. Don't forget, you only separate it if you are going to be using this thing. And don't forget, for the back, because there's no breast at the back, you are not taking in any dart here, just like we did here. You are only going to be separating and joining back at the end of the day. Okay, so take note of that as well. All right, so the back is ready now. All right, so I'm going to put this aside. Then we are going to cut the front. So I'm going to be cutting like so. Okay, so I will separate this. So what I need is this last line and the first line. So the old dart at the middle is going off. So this dart as well is going off. All right. So the next thing I'm going to cut is here. So I'm taking off this dart, the armhole dart, and also the waist dart is going to be going off. All right. So now that we have this, the next thing I'm going to do is to close the armhole dart. All right. Oh, sorry, the bust dart. So I'm going to slash this open here on the bust line. You slash it open and leave a little, don't slash it totally open. All right. Then you place this on it, just like this. All right. Okay, it's not totally slashed. Come in, just a little more, just a little. All right. So we're going to lap it then with the masking tape. We are going to just tape it down. All right, so that will be all. So if this point is too sharp, all you need to do is just put the French curve and just through and blend, just through and blend. All right. So now that we've blended it in, you can just do a little trace out or the cut out from there. So this is what we have. So now let me show you that. So here is for the front and this is for the back. So simple, right? All right, so if you find this interesting, please let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to join our Facebook community as well, where we do our monthly question and answer review every month, at the end of every month. So we talk about our tutorials and all that. If you have questions, you can ask. The handle is Right Up Creations Cut and Sew. And please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you are joining for the first time, and if you are a returning person and you've not subscribed, what then are you waiting for? Go ahead and do so ASAP. Thank you very much for joining me. See you in the next video. Till then, love you.